Tonight, the first of a three-part special report about a potential danger that could be right in your backyard. Earlier this year, an explosion at a fertilizer plant shocked the nation, and it was all caught on tape. It happened in West Texas. 15 people were killed, 160 others were injured. The cause of the initial fire at the plant is still under investigation, but there is no doubt what ignited that day, causing that explosion. It was a chemical called ammonium nitrate. What happened in West Texas was no doubt a freak accident, but we were curious, are there facilities like it in Louisiana? Do they have a plan for a worst-case scenario? Here's part one of our investigation. It's all in the chemistry. Ammonium nitrate, NH4NO3, a small compound with a big threat. It's stable in some forms, but if ammonium nitrate comes into contact with an open flame or other ignition source, it can have catastrophic consequences.
Once it gets going, it's going to go. You're not going to stop it.
Dr. Eric Taylor is a biochemistry professor at UL, specializing in industrial and military-related safety issues.
If it's in dry powder form, that's when it is potentially dangerous because it can be ignited somehow and it tends to decompose violently. It's very unforgiving in that respect.
Something history can show us. The port of Texas City, Texas, 1947, a cigarette butt tossed on a ship caused an explosion that killed an estimated 581 people. It was the weapon of choice in the Oklahoma City bombings, which killed 168, and most recently, that explosion in West Texas.
Oh, you okay?
Dad?
You okay?
Dad, I can't hear.
Come here.
I can't hear. Get out of here.
Ammonium nitrate is one of the chemicals that was stored out at that facility in West Texas. It's an extremely volatile chemical. Here in Louisiana, there are 49 facilities that store it in some form, making for a combined 2 billion pounds of ammonium nitrate fertilizer here in Louisiana. There are 7 such facilities in Acadiana. 3 in Acadia Parish, 1 in St. Landry, and 3 in Iberia Parish. All this information was obtained through a public records request in compliance with the EPA's Emergency Planning and Community Right to Know Act, along with requiring facilities to report hazardous materials to their local and state governments. The EPA also requires local emergency planning committees to hold formal meetings, develop an emergency response plan, and review it at least annually. So we investigated those 3 parishes, which according to state police, each have facilities that store ammonium nitrate. Acadia and St. Landry Parish are both compliant, updating their plans and holding LEPC meetings. But as for Iberia Parish...
And one of the things I learned was that our local emergency planning committee was not satisfying all of the EPA's requirements.
And coming up tomorrow in part 2, we have a closer look at that compliance issue in Iberia Parish and what's being done to correct the problem.
And still ahead on KATC.